now, would you look over there? Big red lips and long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Hey now, would you look over there? Long black boots and long hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Ain't no girl like, ain't no girl like that. No girl like that. I just want to talk to you. Want to talk to you. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Hey! Hey now, would you look over there? Big red lips and long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there.
All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Tuesday. It is a Ruby Tuesday, September 6th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report. You can get the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com, and hopefully you had yourself a great weekend. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It's a little nippy day here today. It's 16 degrees. It's a little bit overcast, but it's a nice Tuesday. Hopefully you had yourself a great long weekend. Hopefully Labor Day was nice to everybody, and hopefully you didn't do any labor, and hopefully you were able to watch some of the football games. I know here in Canada we had 2 CFL football games. We had some baseball. We had the Monday night game between Clemson and Georgia Tech. And yeah, so a pretty good weekend overall. A lot of football games on college football Saturday. And next week will be NFL Sunday. And all the reports are now generated right here at atsstats.com. And if you want your tip sheets, all you got to do is go to the website, and you can see here Thursday night we're going to kick it off with the Bills and the Los Angeles Rams, and you can see that game obviously on your television, but you can handicap that game here at atsstats.com. And the way you go to the site, once you get there, go to your NFL, go to the Raymond Report, and then once you get to the Raymond Report, you're going to see all the games that you want to handicap, and we have a detailed tip sheet. And I'll be going through all the games this week, and I'll be posting them on our YouTube channel. It'll be like a 1 to 2 minute preview on every game. And just like you see right now, over the weekend, when I'm trying something new, I'm trying to combine music with the forecast. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll notice in baseball a little bit of music going with the forecast. It's about a 2 to 3 minute video, but it gives you what you guys want, and that is the predictions, the computer picks on all the sports. I'll do it for college football, NFL, and you can get that on our YouTube channel. All right, so I see some of the Ramblers and Gamblers are loading into the bullpen. I see Brent Venny's in the house. Mitchell Watson, good morning. Gloria K.
Put that coffee down.
Coffee's for closers, and we all know Gloria K is a closer. Hopefully the Discord had a good weekend. And again, welcome to the show. And you can find us here Monday to Friday, except on holidays. Sometimes you got to take those days off too, right? Monday to Friday, 10:30 Eastern is when we normally kick off the show. And we hopefully we can have you guys on board this year. And if you missed the show, you can always watch our replay on the YouTube channel, or you can follow us on your favorite podcast wherever you download your podcast. You can find us on the main ones, Apple, Spotify, and you can find them just by typing in Ron Raymond or the Raymond Report Sports Betting Podcast, and that's where we hang our hats in the podcast industry. All right, Ron, we're off to a good show here today. And again, if you new to sports betting, we do have some precursors that we always go through. And in 2009, I wrote the book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets. You can get that book on Amazon, or you can do it right here. Go to the website, atsstats.com, and you can get that book. Go to Tools. And once you go to Tools, go to 50 Greatest Sports Betting Secrets. And once you get there, you're going to see this cover right here. And what you want to do is click on if you want to get the book, click the buy now, and you'll get the e-version. It's an e-copy of the book. You can download it after you purchase it, and you can get it right here at atsstats.com. All All right, Bo Jackson's in the house. Good morning, Bo. Good morning, Bullpen peeps. Just got my tickets for Black Ice, the LeBron and Drake film about anti-black racism in hockey. Yeah, I saw that over the weekend. That's gonna be good to watch. I can't wait to see that. And having LeBron and Drake involved is gonna be good. I think I can't wait to see that. And I know it's got a little bit of a buzz going for that. So, hey, if you're a hockey fan, that's going to be great to see, right? And it's debuting at TIFF on Saturday, says Bo Jackson. All right. Hey, you know what? And hockey's right around here. I know the Central Junior, I know here locally, the 67s are off to the exhibition start. And I'm sure anywhere, I know the Q, they've been going since August. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, they always go very, very early. And Real Deal Prime's in the house. Good morning, Real Deal. Let's see if you are there. There's my good friend, Degent Wordworker. Hey, how you doing there, Degent? Morning, everyone, he says. Big Rocky, Colorado fan right there. And that's what the NFL does, right? Gets everybody out of the woodwork. Hey, literally, no pun intended. And so good morning, everybody. And again, welcome to the show. And let's kick off the show with the fundamentals of the Raymond Report and what I talk about here each and every day. And here's, this is, what was the word of the morning yesterday? It was about security and discipline and be careful with all the college football because you can see how crazy you can get, right? And I'd be curious to do a poll this morning. How many people lost their bankroll over the weekend? And I would really be curious to see because once college football gets here and you get those Thursday game, Friday games, and by Saturday, everybody's got things they have it all figured out. And next thing you know, they're 3-7, 2-8, or hopefully you're 10-0 or 7-3. But hey, college football can suck you in really easily, and it's that's why less is more. And I'd be curious to see how you guys did this weekend with your college football selections. I know I had Liberty and Army in the members area, and I lost with San Diego State, so only had a couple of picks. I did win my only CFL pick this weekend on the Toronto Argonauts. That was a good one, and I had a pretty good run in baseball. I don't think I lost a pick this weekend in baseball. I don't think I did. I had let me see here. Yesterday I had Houston. The day before that, can't remember. I think it was Tampa Bay. So yeah, it was a pretty good weekend overall. And now we got the NFL coming, so we are going to see more games. And Ross Benjamin had a big weekend. If you followed Ross, I think Ross had a really good weekend. In fact, let me go here. If you ever want to see my picks or Ross's picks, how we've done in the last 25, I know Ross, he had a big win last week. Remember Ross the Boss, as you guys affectionately labeled him last week? I like that. Ross the Boss. Yeah, he gave Old Dominion as a pick here on the Thursday show. That was a straight up winner. He had also the UTSA, San Antonio, the Roadrunners. He had Oregon State. He lost with Appalachian State, and you know what? That could have went either way. Ohio State under 59.5, and then he had Army, which I had as well. So good weekend for Ross Benjamin, and my weekend for the picks. Let me go to Ron Raymond's picks. You can get them here each and every day. San Diego State was my only premium pick this week. I had Cleveland, was it last August 30th? So yeah, and the premium picks, I tell you guys all the time, right? I'm very, very selective, and I had a free pick on Appalachian State, that lost as well. But hey, that could have went either way. I really thought that ticket was done at halftime, and then I come back and I see like, wow, we're in the 50s now, and it finished 63-61. So not a great college football weekend, but as you know, college football is one of those sports you want to see who's who in the zoo at the beginning and then start filling it out and then do your homework. But less is more, and that's one of the golden rules here at the Raymond Report. All right, let's get back to the fundamentals. And each and every day we talk about the value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and a disciplined money management system. You can find the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. In the Raymond Report or here on the radio show, you're going to hear me talk a lot about A, B, and C type teams in the Raymond Report. And A type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B type teams are 50 to 59.9. C type teams, those are teams below 50%. And I always track them when they're in a neutral or bullish and bearish cycle. In a bearish cycle in football is when a team is 3-0. A neutral team in football is a team is 1-2, 2-1 in their last 3 games. And the team that is bearish, that is 0-3 or greater. And those are bearish teams. And I tend to stay off those teams, right? Eric Jones in the house. Good morning, Eric. And Buffalo Sabres for the Cup says real deal. I don't know if I go that far. Hey, I don't know if I go that far and say the Buffalo Sabres for the winning the Stanley Cup, but you never know. You never know in sports betting these days. And speaking of sports betting, let's talk about the 10 commandments of sports betting. These are my golden rules, and avoid or don't bet big money on C-type teams in the Raymond Report. I never lay points. I will bet the money line or take the points or bet the over-under, just like Liberty this weekend, one of my members pick. And yeah, you can see why I don't lay points. Never bet on double headers in baseball. Follow a disciplined money management system. Never force a pick because you need action on the game, and that's one of the golden rules that you can really have to say about 10 times during a college football Saturday. Never chase losing bets on a bad day. Bet with your wallet, not your heart. Beer and pizza money when you got C on C-type crime. Never bet against A-type teams who are bullish at home. And the 24-hour rule of betting. Take a day off after a big win. Enjoy that win. And the number 10th rule in the Raymond Report, top 10 commandments. Never bet on bearish teams. Let them work out those cycles. And those are the cycles, not the cycles, but the 10 commandments that we always talk about here. And it's always good if you're new to sports betting and you need, like, you know, the one thing with people who come into sports betting and they've never done it before, they're looking for guidance, right? They're looking for tips. They're looking for ways to not make mistakes. And speaking of mistakes, I did write an article on how to avoid beginners' mistakes. And in fact, I think if you go to college football, and if you look right here, I think how to avoid beginner. Yeah, right there. So it is how to avoid beginner's mistake in sports betting. And if you're looking for, I think this article is also in the description. So if you click on the description, you're going to see the a link that's going to lead you to this page right here. Some of the things you want to avoid in sports betting. It's about a 5-minute read, but it'll be worth your time, and it'll maybe give you a little bit of a heads up on the do's and don'ts of sports betting. All right, also speaking of sports betting, week number 1 of the NFL Pro Football Contest at the World Series of Handicapping.com website, and we're going to kick it off. We're up to 145 players now in the contest, so thank you everybody for signing up. And you haven't signed up, it's a free contest and anybody can join. All you got to do is go to worldseriesofhandicapping.com, sign up, and each and every day starting on Wednesday at noon, you can make your picks for the week. You make 7 selections, sides or total, and the player with the most amount of units at the end of the season, not the percentage. We don't grade by win percentage. It's all about the Benjamins, right? It's all about, as Randy Moss would say,
straight cash, homie.
It's all about that straight cash. And anybody and the player with the most amount of units at the end of the year will win the Baron Championship ring. And if you want a free 1-year membership at atsstats.com, all you got to do is go 7-0 anytime during the week, and you'll have 18 weeks to try. And if you go 7-0, you will win a free 1-year membership right here at atsstats.com. There's the prize itself that you guys want to join, right? Because you can get a membership at ATS, get all the Raymond Report, all the tip sheets, all the computer picks, all the tools in the toolbox. All you got to do is sign up today at the World Series of Handicapping.com Pro Football Contest, and we're looking. In fact, if you go to the website right now and say you want to make your picks, the contest lines are now up. So once you go in, go to click on make your picks, and you will see the contest lines are now up. And I'll show you that. I'll log in tomorrow. I forgot to log in before here, so I'll give you guys a little preview how it works tomorrow here on the Raymond Report. All right, who else we got? Let's do a little bit of a roll call right now. Let's see who's in the house, and let's get more people logging in. And wishing everybody a good, feels like a Monday, but it's a Ruby Tuesday. And speaking of Tuesday, let's get to the SBI. Oh, before we do that, you know we always go feed the ponies, right? One minute to post time. Get them in the gate. Hey, got to get them in. Yep, they'll be off and running today at Parks Racing in Pennsylvania. I think it's Philadelphia, right? Parks Racing. 12:55 post time today at Parks. The first race is a 1 mile, 70 yards on the dirt, and it's a $12,500 claiming race. And you can bet that race using the Rain Report tip sheet. And if you are going to bet race number 1 today at Parks, I'm going to recommend 5-2-1 in race number 1. You got the number 5 horse, The Method, with Milan in the saddle, only 29% though in the money, the last 100 race. The number 2 horse, Charlie Safari, Wolfsont in the saddle, and then you got the 1 horse, Will Take Control, with Ocasio in the saddle for the number 1 horse, and the number 6 horse, Musk. I wonder if it's related to Elon Musk, or not related, but if Elon Musk owns this horse or something, or there's an affiliation with Elon Musk on that horse. But yeah, the number 6 horse, Musk, 6-1 morning line on Musk. Rivera in the saddle for the number 6 horse, Musk, 6-1 morning line. And if I were to play this here today, I would go with the number 2 horse, Charlie Safari, with Wolfsont in the saddle. And what I'll do is I'll take the number 2 horse, and if I have a $20 budget, I'll put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 2 horse, Charlie Safari. And this way, if he comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once, which is also nice. And you can get all the races today at Parks just by going to our website right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And what we do in this segment is we take a look at it's like my Dow Jones Industrial. What has come in over the weekend? And let's see here. Nature Boy's in the house. How you doing there, Johnny? Yeah. Who else? I do enjoy a good must send, says Bo Jackson. Hey, Aquavelva there, Bo, or what? Must Aquavelva, or more of a Ralph Lauren polo there, eh? All right, let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's see what came in yesterday on a cash out Monday. We missed the cash out Monday, the Manic Monday. 8-4 for the favorites. Wow, look at the favorites. The favorites have won the last 8 days in a row, and you can see on a 7-day average, favorites are winning 70.3% of their games the last 7 to 8 days in Major League Baseball. But we are in a neutral market when it comes to the over-under for the totals. 44.1% of the favorites, the overs, have cashed in the last 7 days. 56% to the under. So if you've been betting the unders, wow, look at that. You can see here all the green on this column. That represents each day for the under. So looks like the under has been grabbing a bit of that cash on the baseball. And we'll see what happens today in Major League Baseball. We got a lot of games. We're going to handicap a few of them. And in college football over the weekend, let's see what happened this weekend. You can see the favorites won 83.8% of the games, only 16.2%, and we're talking straight up. But when it comes to the over-under, 56.8% in week number 1 of college football have won straight up, covered a spread. 40.5% of the dogs. And on Saturday, look at that, 31-19 and 1 for the favorites. So yeah, betting the favorites this weekend, you did pretty good. Over-unders, 47% of the games went over, 52.1 went under. So far this year, look at that, 80.8% of the favorites win straight up. And this is why, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I need like a broken record soundbite, because I feel like I'm always repeating myself. But you know what? Consistency in your message, it plays a huge role to record in your subconscious, so that way you get it and get it more. If you are doing this every day, right? The one thing about sports betting, and if you've been doing it for a long time, you got to get in some form of habit, muscle memory, right? Muscle memory when you're handicapping these games, and you see these, like I talked about last week, the bear traps. That's what the Raymond Report does, right? It lets you know where the traps are. And I've been saying since a couple of years now, why would you bet on point spread when you can just take the money straight up? 80.8% of the favorites have won compared to 19.2%. But, and again, keep in mind, we're not laying, minus 26 on the point spread, or minus 3,000. I heard one weekend somebody laid $10,000 to win $100 when Alabama won. Yeah, not the best business practice to do. Hey, I don't think that's a wise business decision. Anything can happen on any given day, but Alabama is a pretty safe bet. But yeah, I don't think I want to leave my money in the bookmakers' hands for 3 hours just to make $100, right? I don't think that's a wise decision. But 56.2 of the favorites have covered so far in college football, and CFL football is also on tap. We are going into week 14 next week, and you can see here this weekend in the week number 13, 50% of the favorites will win 2-2. And you can see here, same thing. Well, look at the underdogs. Underdogs had a great weekend. They went 4-0 this Labor Day weekend. We had 2 Labor Day Classics yesterday. Toronto, which was my strongest play in the Canadian Football League, and hopefully you guys are able to cash in on that. I'll do, all right. So let's get on with the next part of the agenda, and that is the Bears and Bulls report. And what we do here each and every day is we take a look at what has come in with the SBI, because we want to be on top of everything, right? We want to know, we don't want to be what I call the sucker punch, right? You don't want to go into a situation where you see like, wow, I didn't know like the eight days the favorites been on an 8-day run. Hey, like raise your hand if you knew the favorites won in baseball the last 8 days, right? This is why you watch the Raymond report. Put your finger on the pulse. You got to know what's come in, right? Because just like the stock market, what goes up must come down. And eventually, because when you look at the SBI, we are in a very strong bull market when it comes to Major League Baseball. And that's going to happen at the end of the year, because you get all these teams going in the pennant race. And look at the favorites, right? So the only thing I would recommend if you are betting baseball, scale down your units, because you don't know when a favorite's gonna, or the favorites are, gonna continue winning. It's like I always say, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, trying to guess when the losing streak or a winning streak is gonna end. But the only thing you can control is the amount of units that you are wagering on sports, and especially when you're in a market when the favorites are winning at a 70% clip, right? So be careful doing that. And now you got college, NFL starting this week. College football is in full gear. In a couple more weeks, you got NHL, NBA. This is going to be a happening spot here in the sports betting industry in the month of the end of September, October, right? Looking forward to that. And I know some of you guys are looking forward to the Buffalo Sabres winning the Stanley Cup, eh? Like Real Deal wants. He wants to, hey, what's the odds on the Sabres winning the cup there, Real Deal? It must be like 10,000 to 1 or something like that. Hey, plus 10,000. All right, let's take a look at the ABCs of the
A, B, C. A, always B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Always be closing those winning tickets. And over the weekend, what I like to do is I like to do a little recap on Saturday mornings. I look at the past shows and I say, okay, what can I do better? What can I, maybe what we throw out, like trying to always improve the show, right? And less is more, keeping that philosophy. And I said, there has to be some type of theme and momentum into the show right at the beginning. So what I'm really focusing on is going to the SBI, going to the Bears and Bulls report, and then from there right into the VPP, right? The value and percentage play. So this way, if you are following the Raymond report and it's helping you win money, and then I always start this off at the beginning of the show, the A, B's, and C type teams, and some of the rules in the Raymond report is we don't bet on C type teams. And the thing, it's about, sports betting obviously is about having fun and making money, right? And if you're not making money, and this is one thing I know I'm probably going on a Ron's rant here again, hey, stay off my lawn type thing, but the thing in sports betting, I was thinking about you guys this weekend. I said, man, the one thing in college football, people, they really understand that winning is hard. Hey, as Herm Edwards would say,
hello. You play to win the game.
Or you play to win your bet, right? And winning takes discipline. And the thing is, when you're betting on sports, especially in a college football Saturday, and I know I'm really repeating myself, but I think I have to, because a lot of young people or young bettors are going to come in here and they're going to lose their shirt. And they won't have fun doing this, right? But if you follow the Raymond report and you do the less is more philosophy, and you bet on A, B, C, not C type teams, you bet on A and B type teams, and you follow this religiously, you will see in the long run, you don't lay, I don't lay points in sports. I'll take the points or I'll take the money line. And if you follow these rules and you follow this concept, you are going to see that you're going to make more money in the long run. Like, I'll be honest, I have this one account that I use that I follow my discipline. I started off with $500 and it's at $800, and it's been there for about a year. And I followed the discipline of the Raymond report, and it just to prove a point that, you know, this really works. So if you follow the rules of the Raymond Report and you don't you don't deviate from the system. And the thing is, and I catch some of the guys in the Discord, right? Like last couple weeks ago, I think it was Bo Jackson. I think it was Bo, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Bo, but remember that game? I think it was Cleveland Detroit. And I said, and you said something like, you know, I'll never bet on Detroit again. I said, Bo, why would you bet on a C-type team, right? And, you know, he gave me the eyes up thing. Those are the things in rule number in the 10 commandments. You don't need action just because it's on TV, right? And if you're going to do it, hopefully it's a research bet, right? A lot of people, they do this and they don't research their bets. But anyway, getting long-winded here. A and B type teams. If you follow the A and B type teams and you stay away from bearish cycles, you can see right here, Philadelphia and Cleveland are in a very bearish cycle. These are teams that I would recommend you stay away from in the system, right? And again, I know I hope I don't bore you guys with this stuff. That's one of my things that when you do the show, it's like, oh man, I just feel like I'm always preaching and I'm always like, you know, being like a coach or anything like this. But I feel I wouldn't be doing my job if I kept hounding on this, right? And I kept repeating this because at the end of the day, if you do follow the Raymond Report and you follow the system and you follow it religiously, you will see at the end of the day, and I get a lot of, you know, nice people sending me emails and compliments saying, man, I follow your system. It really works. It helps me and it keeps me disciplined. And I don't, you know, I don't get to make those stupid bets. Then that makes my day. Anytime I hear that, it makes me very happy knowing that people have bought in, right? They're all in, they bought in. And that, you know, one thing as a football coach, you know, every coach will tell you the hardest thing to do when you have a team is to get the team to buy in, right? You get the team to buy in, and once the team is bought in, it becomes their team. And then once their team, then anything can happen, right? So I consider you guys like the team anytime you log into the show. And if you bought into the system, then you know it's going to help you in the long run, right? All right, so the A-type teams are teams with a 60% or higher win percentage. Now, those are the Dodgers, Houston, Mets, Atlanta, Yankees. And right now, the B-type teams that are very bullish, you know, teams that are going for the pennant run, right? St. Louis, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Seattle. And look at Chicago's down here. Chicago's bullish all of a sudden. And those are teams that are bullish. But the teams you want to stay away from right now is just two teams, Cleveland and Philadelphia. And here's a great point, another bear trap. Over the weekend, I think it was either, I think it was Sunday, I wanted to give out Cleveland. And I was going through my handicap and I said, yeah, I love Cleveland. And I said, wait, are they bearish? Bang, they were bearish, so I couldn't give it out, and good thing I did. That was the game that was the rain delay. I think they lost 6-3 against Seattle, but that's what the Rain Report does. It just has all these the in-place system to protect you from making these bad bets, right? Like the Cleveland bet against Seattle this weekend. All right, so those are the teams that I would try to avoid this weekend, and hopefully, or today for the day is September 6th. And we'll take a look at the VPP, the value and percentage play. And if you want to get this, all you got to do, like if you want to get this chart right here, sometimes people say, hey, you know, on your show today, I watched the show and you had the alpha, the Bears and Bulls report. How do I get that? So we go to your dashboard. Once you go to your dashboard, you go to the market index right here. And then once you click on the market index, it's going to take you to all the A, B, and C-type teams. And again, I try to avoid betting on C-type teams, right? Go to Major League Baseball, MLB, and then you click on that, and then all the A, Bs, and C-type teams in the Rim Report will show up. All right, I'm not sure if I'm putting you guys to sleep. Only 16 people watching online. Hey, so I guess I'm not doing my job. Only 16 people watching. But you know what? If I have 16 people and I got 12 likes, that means I'm doing a pretty good job. That means you guys have bought in, right? Because I got 16 people online and 12 likes. So I think we're on the right track, and that's good enough. Hey, if I can get to 16 people and help them, then that's mission accomplished. All right, let's go to the VPP. Now this, and I'm going to do this each and every day. And this is how I start my handicapping every day. The first three things that I do is I go look to see what's come in. So this way, it gives me an idea if the favorites, the overs are on some type of bearish or bullish run. So that way I can really gauge the market. And then what I do is I go check out the teams that I should be avoiding, but it also comes out here on the VPP. And the way you get the VPP is go to MLB Daily VPP, and then go to Major League Baseball, Here, I'll do it. I'll just show it to you guys. So this way, if you're online, you say, hey man, I'm trying to get that thing he has all the time, but I don't know how to get it. So I go to MLB, daily VPP, value and percentage play. Click on MLB. And once you click on MLB, you're going to see the overall markets right here. Click on game matchups, and then it's going to give you today's game matchups, right? Now, the next thing that I do here is I take a look here and put me in the game. Coach says Boss Hog. Right on, boss. Bring the General Lee. You're in. All right, what's up? Who's Mizzou? Was the bullpen. I had a cash out Monday here for a Ruby Tuesday. Awesome. I love hearing that.
Help me! Help me!
Help you, hey, for Who's Mizzou? Who's Mizzou got the money yesterday?
Show me the money!
Yeah, good job, Who's Mizzou. And Walking Spotted Bear, morning, all top of the morning to the Walking Spotted Bear. There's a Walking Spotted Bear in the bullpen, folks, so be careful for the bear. All right, looking at the daily VPP, and we got a lot of games here today. So again, keeping with the theme of the show and with the segments, I'm trying to lead you guys into how you handicap your games each and every day, the way I do it. And again, not telling you guys you should do it, but if you want to follow the way I do it, it's a very successful method, and it's been very good to me. Okay, it's been very, very good. All right, so game number one, you got the Mets against Pittsburgh. The thing you want to look at, you got an A against a C-type team. Now, the only thing, and again, we only bet on what? A and B type teams, and we don't bet on C type teams, right? So there's two things I'm looking for. Actually, there's four. First thing I look for is what type of team am I betting on? Is it an A or B? And are they neutral or bullish, right? I don't bet on bearish teams. So anytime you see a red or pink or whatever, if you're colorblind like I do, I always tend to go in that disclaimer every time I say that. Hey, every time I say it's red or pink. But yeah, I guess it's like a pinkish red, right? So we'll use that. You can see the C-type team, so you know right away we X that and we're not going to bet on it. And minus 230, I'm not going to touch that game. That's too expensive for the Mets on the road. Even though against C-type teams, they're 15-23. But if you do like the Mets here today, I wouldn't bet them straight up, but I'd probably put them in a parlay. Now, here's a game I'll handicap for you guys in just a minute. Now, this is a game I'll consider. I won't consider Boston, but I'll consider Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay are going to send, I think, what is it, Rasmussen to the hill here today? Let me see, for Tampa Bay. Or was it, yeah, Rasmussen's going here. Drew Rasmussen going for Tampa Bay. Minus 160 at home against another C-type team. Nice comeback for the Rays yesterday. Hey, I know I had Boston on bullpen picks. Wacha was going, and I knew that would be a tough out. But they finally, the thing with Wacha, he's having a really good year on a bad baseball team. But Tampa Bay, they're just a good baseball team. They're probably one of the best bullpens in Major League Baseball, considering their team that their pitching staff is decimated each and every year, right? All right, so I do like Tampa Bay in this spot here. C against a B, but why won't I touch this game? Because both teams are bear, so we pass. Minnesota against the Yankees. I got a B against an A. Yankees minus 200 though. I don't like that price on the Yankees, even though they're winning a little bit more now that they're at home. I just don't like the minus 200 price tag on the Yankees today. And for the Yankees, you got Garrett Cole going up against Joe Ryan. Now Garrett Cole, if you look at his last, man, he's got one win since July 17th. Not the way you want to go in the playoffs with your most highly paid pitcher, and he's pooping the bed, right? Not a good way to go into the playoffs. Minnesota with Joe Ryan, and let me see how Joe Ryan is doing right here. Oh, I think I hit the live button right there. Let me see, Joe Ryan, and now this game is could be a rained out. I see that it's might be postponed, so keep an eye on that game. Joe Ryan, win one, lose one type thing, right? If you look at Joe Ryan since July 23rd, he's got a win one, lose one sequence going, right? But here's the good news. If you like Minnesota, the next sequence he's got going is a win, right? But I don't think I'll play this game, especially, I'm just not, I'm just very cautious with Garrett Cole on the hill these days, right? Cole has been sad, sent to the bullpen. Let me see. Cole been sad in the bullpen. Cole to the bullpen? No, he's a starter. I've never seen Cole in the bullpen. I don't think. All right, Toronto, Baltimore off a doubleheader yesterday. Pouring in New York, says the Nature Boys. Yeah, so keep an eye out on the weather in New York because it is raining. Toronto against Baltimore. You got a B against a B-type team. 51.4%, 53.2. So another thing that if you're on the VPP, look at the percentage play and the forecast right here. And I should have showed you guys at the top of the show. If you look here, the COW, which stands for chance of winning, that's the percentage play. Then the average forecast we take, the home and away record versus A, B, and C type teams. What cycle the team's in, what's the value of that team, and then how many units we recommend, and that's how you can read. And to me, guys, this, if you're gonna go to one page on the website, this is it. In a nutshell, this is the page where this is money. Hey, this
Show me the money!
yeah, this is money right here. This page here, if you want to save yourself a lot of headaches and a lot of time handicapping, everything that you believe in is boom in one snapshot right here on the VPP. All right, so Toronto, Baltimore, I'm going to handicap that game using the Raymond report. All right, you got Cincinnati and the Cubs, C on C type crime. We don't touch that. And the thing is, you're probably sitting there and you're watching the show for the first time and you're saying, Ron, come on, man. Like, it's Cincinnati, the Cubs. It's 2 games. Why won't you handicap it? Why? Percentage play. And I don't bet on C-type teams. If you put your money on bad teams expecting good things to happen, it very rarely does. And again, even though it's you got a C on C-type crime, it's just I can't put my money on bad teams. I won't, right? Can't do it. As Mike Singletary would say, right? Where's my...
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't bet on C-type teams. Can't do it. And that's why I don't bet on C-type teams, right? Washington against St. Louis. I like the Cards here, but I'm not laying 260. Cleveland against Kansas City. I do like Cleveland, but the reason, take a look at their cycle right now, eh? Cleveland's in a bear cycle. They're on the road. Can't do it. Texas against Houston. I like Houston here, but minus 270. Not a good opportunity to make money. Even though I had Houston last night as my best bet. What a pitching, was it Brown for the rookie? I know his parents were there. They were showing them in the fans. I love seeing that. I love seeing a kid get called up and the parents are all there. And especially when, as long as he doesn't get rocked in the first inning, it's always, you feel bad for. But yeah, you felt good for the last night's starting pitcher. I want to say his name was Brown. I can't remember, but I know the parents were there. But what a pitching debut for that pitcher last night in Houston, and we got the win. We got the win 1-0. Little too close for comfort, but we'll take it. Take the money and run, right? Milwaukee taking on Colorado. You got a B-type team. Milwaukee against Colorado. Here's the thing. I do like Milwaukee today, but I don't trust Coors Field. Hey, of all fields, if this could have been Dodger Stadium, it could have been Yankee Stadium, it could have been Fenway. Because it's Colorado, that's my experience talking. Saying next. Detroit taking on the Halos. The C on C type crime, won't touch that. Arizona's probably. Let me see if I go to the index here. Look at Arizona. Washington, yeah. What happened to the Nationals all of a sudden? Hey, they think they're a good baseball team. Washington, Boston, and where's Arizona? Look at that. So in the C-type teams, and again, I don't recommend you betting on C-type teams, but if you are going to bet on the C-type teams today for the Tuesday, September 6th, Boston, Arizona, and Washington would be the only 3 that I would recommend because they're in a bullish cycle, right? Arizona, San Diego. Yeah, Arizona looking good. San Diego at home, minus 165, and I think it's Gallon going today, right? Is it Gallon or let me see here. San Diego. No, Joe Musgrove. Yeah, no. I can't go with Joe. Hey, again, ever since he signed that big contract, I just can't trust him. Yeah, Arizona. Who's Arizona going today? Arizona sending Merrill Kelly, and another good pitcher. So I think I'm going to pass on that one. Atlanta, Oakland. I do like Atlanta, but I'm not laying 220. Boston and Chicago. This is going to be a good game here, a good series this week. You got the White Sox taking on Seattle. I'll handicap that game in just a few minutes. And then you got San Fran against LA. I like the Dodgers, but I'm not laying 240, right? So the 3 games I'm going to handicap for you guys right now. I'm going to take a look at Tampa Bay at Boston, see if the Rays are a good bet. Toronto against Baltimore. Let's see if that's a good bet right there. Also, San Diego. Did I say look at San? No, I don't like San. Yeah, I can't go with Musgrove. And I'll take a look at the White Sox Seattle. All right, so let's go to the Raymond report. And again, trying something new here at the show. Trying to keep a flow going into your handicapping, so this way I'm not all over the place, right? The one thing I notice with the show sometimes, like I could be all over the place. So I'm trying to do a little bit more consistency. And trying to work on my weaknesses, right? Remember we talked about strengths and weaknesses? That's one of my weaknesses. Trying to not let the shiny thing in the corner throw me off here. All right, let me see here. Let's go to that Boston-Tampa Bay game. Now, what you're seeing right now is the Raymond report, and you can get this with your membership. All you got to do is go to MLB Raymond report, and let's go to that Boston-Tampa Bay. And let me see here. Timmy Two Shoes in the house. How you doing, Timmy? Let me see. Bo Jackson. It's like betting on the Tigers and expecting them to win, says Bo Jackson. Yeah. Hey?
Struggling.
Yeah, struggling. Yeah, I'm struggling here on a Tuesday. I feel like it's a Monday. Hey, yours truly is struggling a bit.
Struggling.
All right. Josh Naylor's a bad boy, says Bo Jackson. Tobias in the house. Yes, Brown had around 70 pitches by the 7th inning. And he did a great job for the Astros. Yeah, no, it was. I was really happy for the kid. Yeah, and so was his family, right? D-backs had a good new pitcher as against the Padres. And all right, so yeah, so some good baseball yesterday. There was some really good. I watched the Blue Jays, obviously, but all right, let's get to this one between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. You got Drew Rasmussen up against Rich King of the Hill, right? It's never easy when you go against a veteran, especially the one thing I find with veterans is that they're like a fine wine. They get better when the season goes on, right? They've been there before, and it's as if their experience really helps them in the later of the season. So if I look at Rich King of the Hill, let me see here. Where's Rich? Yeah, 6-5, lefty on a bad team, right? He's on a bad team, and Rich Hill has only lost one game since June 21st. And that was against, let me see here, what was that? Houston. Hey, if you're going to lose to somebody, it's either Dodgers or Houston, right? Yeah, so King of the Hill has been King of the Hill for sure. But let me take a look here. Drew Rasmussen, Rasmussen's been good too for the Devil Rays, yeah. I still call them the Devil Rays sometimes. Let me see. Drew Rasmussen, 9-4, 2.70 ERA. Yeah, he's been money too. He's been...
straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash. 1, 2, 3. No decision in the last game. So in his last 4 games, 3 wins, 1 no decision. He's been pretty solid. Tampa Bay has been really good. One of the best teams in the last 2 weeks for sure. 7-3 in their last 10. Now the value, we always talk about this in the Raymond report. The value. I had the D Rays or the Rays at -193 today. But they're 160. So if you like Tampa Bay, you're getting a bit of a discount. In fact, it's like a $33 discount, a 58.1% chance of winning. The Kogo's at 76%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. And let me take a look here. Tampa Bay at home against teams below 500, 19-7, 45-24. Yeah, making a good case here for the Rays. Look at Boston. What was the final? The 4-3 yesterday, right? Was it 4-3? The final of that game, yeah, 4-3. Tampa Bay at home off a win, 26-15 on the year, 20-11 off a home win as a favorite. And let me see here, 14-5 when a team has a 41-50 win percentage. Second game of a series, 15-7, 12-3 at Tropicana the last 30 days, 14-6. Yeah, Tampa Bay looking like a solid play for me, even though it's against Rich Hill. A 2-unit play on Tampa Bay. If I'm going to play this today, I'm going to put a 2-unit selection on Tampa Bay. And as Stone Cold would say.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, the next game I'm going to handicap for you guys is Toronto against Baltimore. And looking at the some of the early numbers on this game. Bullish 2 days, Toronto. Neutral 2 days for Baltimore. Now, the Mitch White's going to go here for the Blue Jays against Kyle Bradish for the Orioles. And the Blue Jays, man, they're hot. 5-game win streak. And if you look at the last, let me see here, last 7 games, 6-1 the last 7, 7-3 last 10, 10-5. Yeah, they've been... I know they had a little bit of a hiccup there in the month of August, and Baltimore, they were really hot in August, but this is where the pressure of a team who hasn't been there before, right? When you know Toronto, they've been good for a couple of years. Baltimore really haven't been that good. And in August, when people start talking about Baltimore, they start reading their press clippings, and the pressure, I think, is getting to Baltimore right now. I think the pressure is getting to the Orioles. And looking at Mitch White, though, he hasn't been lights out. You know, if there's one thing with the Blue Jays, their bullpen has been really good lately. But Mitch White, yeah, he hasn't won since he's been with the Blue Jays. In fact, Mitch White has only one win in May 17th. So this could be a game where White goes like 3-4 innings, and I can see the bullpen come in. I don't think I'm going to touch this game just because of the Mitch White factor right there. And looking at the O's on a 3-game losing streak. And, you know, even though the Blue Jays have done very well, can we still trust them? That's the thing, right? The key word in sports betting, can you trust this team right now? Even though they're on a 5-game win streak, they have a 51.4. Look at the percentage play. According to the analytics, Toronto's only got a 51.4% chance of winning compared to 53.2 for Baltimore. The percentage play does not favor the Blue Jays here today. I tend to agree with the analytics on this one, on the percentage play. Toronto off a win on the road this year, 21-16. And not bad, though. 16-13 against teams with a 51-30 win percentage. 12-3 on the road. Wow. Toronto Blue Jays been 12-3 on the road last 30 days, where Baltimore 8-7. Yeah, see, they're cooling off right now. Second game of the series, 12-8, and you can see coming off a loss, 19-11. But look at that. Anytime the Baltimore Orioles are coming off a home loss as an underdog, they win 75% of their games. So, having all said that, here's my recommendation: pass. Okay? And I'll say it again. Sometimes the best bet you make is the one you don't make. And as much as you're probably sitting there going, yeah, but Ron, you know what? Yeah, Toronto's 12-3 on the road last 30. Yeah, but it's just sometimes the situational handicapping you got to take in consideration, right? Yeah, you're getting value. I had minus 135 on the Blue Jays. You're getting 115, so you're getting a nice discount. But again, you got to ask yourself, why am I getting this discount on a team that's on a 5-game win streak, right? And less is more. And I think there's better games on the board to bet. But if you do like Toronto, be very careful. I think there's better games on the board. All right, that's why you watch the show, right? Let's get to the next one. Chicago White Sox, Seattle. Chicago White Sox and the Seattle. Let me see what you guys are saying right now. The D-backs. Yeah, you think Logan Gilbert and Mariners can get it done against the Sox? Yeah, that's the game I'm going to handicap right now. Orioles pitcher Kyle Bradish 0-4 at home, says Bo Jackson. I don't trust Mitch White. Yeah, exactly. Neither do I. Mitch White throws a ton of pitches. And think about this. If the Dodgers were big on Mitch White, why did they trade him? Hey, it's why would you trade your, if you really, your players that you liked or loved, why would you trade them, right? Let me see here. Gunnar Anderson might pick it up against the White Sox tonight. Too bad we can get him more umps like Angel Hernandez behind the plate. Important game. Yeah. Don't get me going with Angel Hernandez. Washington over for me. Over 8.5 for the Blue Jays, says Gloria K. Yeah, you know what? If you do like that Blue Jay game, I think the total might be where you want to go. All right, my guy Johnny Cueto up on the hill against Logan Gilbert for the Seattle Mariners. Now let's take a look at the numbers. Inside the numbers for Gilbert and Johnny Cueto. I just love saying Johnny Cueto. I think one of the best names in baseball. Let's do Johnny Cueto. 7-6, 2.93 ERA, and he's won 3 of his last 4 games. So Johnny coming in a little bit hot. Hey, Johnny be hot tonight. Logan Gilbert 11-5, yeah, but a lot of those wins were at the beginning of the year, and then cold as ice. He won his last game at Detroit. But prior to that, he didn't win since July 5th. So you're getting, I don't know if you're getting a very tired Logan Gilbert, but this might be, let me see here. Let's go. Anytime you question yourself, and again, let me go back to the Raymond report. And this is why I'm trying to keep consistency in the show. At the beginning of the show, when you saw, I want, the SBI, the Bears and Bulls report, the VPP, but always remember, when in doubt, go to your fundamentals. Let's take a look at the value on tonight's game. Let me just close this right here. Let's go to the value on tonight's game. So looking at the value on Seattle, minus 126. They're overvalued at 150. Now, you got to ask yourself, what does the bookmaker know that I don't know? And why does he have Seattle listed at minus 150? I had the I had the Chicago White Sox at plus 137. You're getting 130. So fair market value if you do like the White Sox. So if you do like Chicago with Johnny Cueto, you're getting fair market value. You're getting an overvalued, tired Logan Gilbert. Keep that in mind. Let's go to rule number 2 in the Raymond Report, the percentage play. Percentage of winning, 58.9 for Seattle, 32.6 for the Chicago White Sox, who are 5-5 last 10, 8-2 for the Mariners. And rule number 3 is the performance cycles. And what we're doing is we're taking a look at the cycles. The Kogo, 60% chance of this one going over the total. Seattle at home against another team just like them. You can see they're 9-7, and on the year, Seattle against B-type teams, 16-16. So it seems pretty much 500, right? And then Chicago, 24-17, but 13-10 on the road. Strength of schedule, look at that. Last 7 games, Seattle playing cupcakes. So Johnny Cueto could be the play here today, guys. I went from an situational handicapping. I think Chicago White Sox could be the play here tonight with Johnny Cueto on the hill. And coming off a win, Chicago as on the road coming off a win, 17-17. Now their last win was 3-2. Yesterday, the battle of Lance Lynn against Marco Gonzalez. So 3-2 win for the White Sox. Let me see here. Second game of a series. They are 16-6 in the second game of a series. I wonder if coming off a win, 6-2. So if they won game 1 of the series, they are 6. Let me see, coming off of game 1. Yeah, so anytime they're coming off a win in game 1 of a series and it's the second game, they are 6-2 on the road. So pretty good. But here's the bad news: they're only 6-11 against Southpaws. Not great. But it's just one indicator. You can't let one indicator get you off a game. When the Mariners coming off a loss in game 1 of a series, 7-3. Wow. So the way I see this play out is this: I think the Seattle Mariners, they're going to probably be on a pitch count or have a short rope for Logan Gilbert tonight. If I were to play this game here tonight, I think first 5 innings might be the way to go. But I do like Chicago. There is some good numbers and analytics behind the Mariners, but Mariners are very bullish right now. What's their bullish 7 days against another bullish team with the White Sox? I think in a smart way to bet this is first 5 innings of the Chicago White Sox, and I think that's the best way to go on this one. All right, let me see what you guys think. I won't forget the Blue Jay fans were chanting Cueto in the postseason a couple of years ago, says Bo Jackson. I took the over Seattle and Chicago, says Scott. So Scott likes the over in this game. And I'd probably play this Chicago White Sox first 5 innings, especially with Johnny Cueto. Logan Gilbert, again, 1 win since, what did I say, July 17th. So you're probably getting a tired Logan Gilbert against a veteran Johnny Cueto, right? So give me that one. All right, so Tampa Bay, Chicago White Sox first 5 innings. Those are the top 2 plays that I like here today on the Raymond Report. What do you guys think of that format? Do you think this format's a little bit better? Get into the SBI, go into the Bears and Bulls, and then break down the VPP to find which game to handicap, and then boom, go for the juggler, right? Go for the juggler, and those are my 2 plays for today on the Ruby Tuesday. It is September 6th. All right, we all know what time it is, right, AI?
We talking about practice, not a game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
It's not silly at all, Alan, because we're talking about the 80% Club. We're talking about the fun facts, and you can get the fun facts each and every day right here at atsstats.com. The Dodgers 10-1 as a minus 220, 240 home favorite, playing on a Ruby Tuesday the last 5 years. Let me see here. The over is 10-1 for Minnesota as a 160, 180 road underdog, coming off a day game the last 4 years. Arizona 9-1 to the over as a 140, 160 road dog, also playing on the Ruby Tuesday the last 7 years. Let me see here. Let's get off the Ruby Tuesday angle. The Braves 16-2 as a road team, coming off a game that went over the total this season for 88.8%. Atlanta, let me see here. Dodgers, Angels. If you like the Angels, the Halos are 12-2 as a 140, 160 home favorite, coming off a win in game 1 of a series the last 7 years. And you know what? That's a mic drop right there. And that's the stats and trends, the fun facts for a Tuesday, Ruby Tuesday, September 6th.
We talking about practice, not a game. We talking about practice. practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
How silly is that? All right, I don't know why the data is so fun, says Isaiah Moore. Yeah, no, you know what? It's data gives you confidence, right? When you're handicapping your games, like Isaiah says, I don't know why, but data is it data or data? I never know. It's potato, tomato. Data is so much fun, says Isaiah. To me, when you have data, it gives you confidence, right? And the more confidence you have, the more good you feel about making that selection, right? All right, you can see right here the NFL reports for week number 1 is on the board right now. All the games are listed. I'm going to be doing some videos there the next couple days. I'll be giving you guys a like a 1-2 minute rant on each game. So if you go to this game here, the NFL report for week number 1, you can see the Ram report, the Bills and the Rams. It's going to be a good one. And look at that. We do have the Rams winning 28-27. And you can see the percentage play does favor. See, this is one thing I like about the Ram report. Sometimes you don't want everything going one way, right? You need a little bit of conflict or something, not always, but things that make you think. Now, in the averages, we have 28-27 favoring the Rams, but the percentage play does favor the Buffalo Bills at 54.5% chance of winning compared to 45.4. So I found that very interesting. And if you scroll right down here, you can see when Buffalo and the Rams get together, last 10 games, 90% of the games have gone over the total. And what's the total in this game? 51.5. So that's what you get with the Raymond report. And again, I'll go more into detail about this contest. And speaking of contests, don't forget, sign up for the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Contest. If you go to the website, sign up today, and we're giving away a beautiful Baron Championship ring, courtesy of the World Series of Handicapping. Sign up; it's free. If it's free, it's for me. And if you go 7-0 anytime during the contest, you'll win a free 1-year membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, there you have it. That is the show for a Ruby Tuesday. It is Ruby Tuesday, September 6th. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy the show, please hit that like button. Always like a like. And if you didn't like the show, well, hit the dislike, and then I'll do my best to fix whatever needs fixing, right? Just like I did on the weekend. I saw I needed more flow to the show, and I thought hopefully we accomplished that today. All right, as my good friend Harry Carey would say, let's get us out of here.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
Joe owned the Chiefs.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Great cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here?
Woo!
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Hey, yeah, would you look over there? Big red lips, long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Hey, yeah, would you look over there? Long black boots and long square. Say, come here, baby, let me get you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Ain't no girl like, ain't no girl like that. No girl like that. I just want to talk to you. Talk to you. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Hey! Hey, now, would you look over there? Big red lips and long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me get you a stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.